FPX will be looking to digest Ninjas in Pyjamas, natural selection style, like the Onos, to take it to the third map of Nuke. We'll see if they're able to do that. This is their pick of Inferno, FPX, and they'll be starting as the aggressors on the T side. Emmy will have the 2 flashes and the smoke grenade. Glocks are on deck for FPX. We've got double Julies. Double Julies. There we go. I messed that one up. Double Julies. Device and Flopsky, both with them. And Hampus has taken a bullet in the face. Still alive for now. And here are the proceedings opening for Plopsky.
Oh, they've already hit this. Look at this. They've already got him. Device is an underpass, though. He can get through, but they're trying to wrap back around. He's trying to set up a trap. This needs to hold, though. Rez is making this very difficult for FPX.
In the meantime, the bomb's already on the A bomb site. Slip past Ninjas in Pyjamas has pushed down the mid position. So this is a very funky round already. The man advantage lies with Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Hampus is waiting for distraction to be run. The Julies in the hands of the Device have been lost, but Plopsky's here with some Julies of his own, and they will ring loud on the A bomb site. Made it now 1 versus 4 in the apartments. Bomb being defused. It's not planted for him. He has got to swing out of the apartments to really do this. Rez in a red and still able to absorb just the 1 bullet. Ninjas in Pyjamas with 4 alive will win the pistol rounds. Julies all over the shop. That's the most Julies I've seen in 1 round.
Yeah,
ever.
we're starting to get a lot of that. I just, you know, what would you do? Mourn Plopsky or mourn Stiko? It's such an unfortunate turn of events there for Stiko, because Plopsky spots him, comes around the arch just as Stiko goes into library. And so Stiko could have got the drop on Hampus, and then all of a sudden Plopsky has to be a whole lot more careful about where he is because he knows he's getting flanked. But instead, the element of surprise is lost for Stiko, and he gets caught for free. So just the barest margins there for FPX. That could have been a terrific round, and instead it's Nip picking up the pistol yet again. Both CT pistols won by NIP.
I remember the HEs that we used to see from a CT side into second mid would be as the Ts were running up, bouncing them out of the apartments, or a variation on that just now. Fun plus Phoenix in force by territory will have a man advantage, which gives them 3 rifles.
It's worth mentioning that FPX, this is certainly a home map for them, 60% win rate on it, and they've won it 3 times in a row so far. Beating G2, I guess, would be like the biggest name that they beat recently. 16-11, no less. They just dunked on Hyena 16-6 as well. So, you know, this really should be a map that FPX are comfortable on. They're going to have a game plan on, and we'll get to see how well NIP have integrated Device into the map.
48 seconds remain for Fun plus Phoenix, who improved their position. Device has been picked off now. There's no cover along, and Farley will lurk. He's got a crossfire with Rez, or had one, but that smoke grenade will cause a problem. Support from ZTR as well. Things are turning around all of a sudden. How about this? The hold from Ninjas in Pyjamas just on short of the A bomb site will be successful. That was going from bad to worse, but went from bad to great for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
It certainly did. Solid play from the young gun. He had his moments on Mirage as well. ZTR is clearly getting more and more comfortable on this team. They've got their system, and yeah, just playing the edge of the smoke, that crossfire, trusting his teammate to have his back. Rez is definitely going to be there to hit those shots if given the chance. And so 2-0 now for NIP. And while Device still waiting to get in on this action. See him kind of hanging around, yep. Playing the usual spot towards Arch that most offers are favoring on Inferno these days. And FPX now just going to be playing it very passively.
Where the crosshair at?
Bugged out again.
Comes out for the knife, but not the pistol, not the gun. Standard Go TV bugs. Oh, meat and potatoes delivered. Top mid to Fun plus Phoenix. That plate seems pretty full, but Device has been picked again. Maybe a frustrating start to Inferno for him. Maybe it's not a big deal. 1 minute on the clock. Still a lot of time for FPX to look for more damage. Nice angle being held by Rez. A little jiggling there. And now the smoke's gone in the balcony. He's got to be careful. Plopsky announces his presence. More smokes to be deployed, funneling FPX potentially to their doom. You can see ZTR behind the double stack here, holding off angles. Farley just trying to find a headshot. Found one in the wrong fashion. far as he's concerned. 4 survive for Ninjas in Pajamas in the 3rd round.
And this will be the big buy round here for FPX that we were looking for. So they did the force, they get the hard eco, and now we get to see it. It's worth mentioning, you know, there's a lot of emphasis made put on Madden on the desk in terms of how he needs to step up and perform for this team, FPX, going into it. And yeah, I mean, not actually too poor as far as his performance is concerned, but what's fun to note is that he ramps up. He gets better against the better opposition, and so Nip should challenge Madden. And actually, we get to see him kind of go into Super Saiyan mode here. We should see him hit pretty hard on Inferno.
Retake utility deployed by Ninjas in Pajamas, excuse me. But FPX are a little further back, and ME better be, with only 14 HP, susceptible to a high explosive. Just goes over the short wall. So the dangerous utility has been avoided for the most part. At this point, anyway. Obviously, he's absorbed a lot of it earlier on. No lurker for FPX. They've got 5 players. Banana, and just as they start to head up, there's yet more retake utility. Really being a nuisance. Quick boost from Maiden. May be heard. You can see NIP playing from the back of the site now. Rez is on the way over towards the well. Bear in mind, he has a flashbang, which could be very crucial for potential retake. Molotov will separate the players, and they fall back again. Poking, prodding. This has allowed a 3rd player now to make it close to the bomb site. Rez just peppering now. Maiden down to 12 HP. Emmy drops through the smoke, and Plopsky will start to heat up the proceedings as well. FPX getting barbecued at the front of the site, walking into a triangle of doom. That's their opening frag, with Stico left with 20 HP, 1 versus 4 now after that first kill. Utility really slowing down all the intentions of FPX, and he's forced to slip away.
This is where you start to wonder, was it's a bit too telegraphed, not having any presence anywhere else on the map. I mean, NIP really just able to play super passive and draw them into that bomb site. Again, value of mollies. I'm pretty sure I heard Launders earlier just saying, you know, if we could have just removed mollies back in 2013. You know, I don't know what he has against mollies, but FPX aren't happy with him right now, at least.
I remember originally, obviously, they weren't in the state they are now. There was a petition from some pros to remove them from the game, which you can still find on HRTV, the article about it at least.
They were brutal back then, though, right? Where it's just it tagged you and slowed you down. They were nightmarish back then. The pros actually did, you know, it's worth mentioning. Context at the time, right?
They weren't what they are now. I don't even remember what they were back then, to be honest. But I don't remember last week.
you just exist in the now, Bart.
Absolutely. It's the best way to exist. Ninjas in Pajamas looking for a 5th round, and the percentages would be very positive in that direction when you look at the buy for Fun Plus Phoenix, an AK, a bunch of pistols, the odd grenade for FPX. But again, part of the task here is to keep the economy honest. The CT economy, don't let it get out of control. Right now, FPX could really benefit from a few kills. Port flash for Hampers. Maiden eats all of the flash, but not all of the bullets. Moving up now, brazenly. They see that there is a 2nd rifler. That's a good start with the headshot. Rez got to be careful as well. This one is escalating. There is Kevlar for a number of these players, and I think this is almost a round at this point. That's an important kill from ZTR. Makes it competitive, 2 versus 3 in favor of Fun Plus Phoenix. All the remaining players on the T side with Kevlar, 2 of the 3 with rifles. Only flashes to help NIP. 1 misstep, and there could be yet more problems for them. That might be the misstep. Device will trade. Point of no return now. Such low HP versus Zen, who has just a Tech 9. I say just. Device is 12 HP. The Tech 9 will certainly be enough, but when does he peak?
What a power play from Device, though, to be fair. Fully scoped in. Just, hey, I got the 2 kills. I mean, I've got enough time to get in here. If he peeks me and I'm on the right angle, he dies. That is a bold move from Device. I like to see it. Sometimes you just got to go for the clutch. Sometimes you just got to go for the big play. But that is FPX off of essentially an eco around a half buy. They are able to put a halt to NIP early. 4-1 NIP, not going to get that 5-0, not going to get that same start that they managed to pick up on Mirage. But now it's a question of can FPX actually build on this? Emmy under pressure and wiped out immediately.
Yeah, he had half a second. He was at the beginning of that duel, but how about that? Hampus punishes the Tracers again, close enough to the Smoke Maiden where Hampus' punish is reasonably accurate. Presses forward to avoid the HE grenade. 3 versus 5 with 1:30 on the clock for FPX. Smoked off a banana as well. What can you do from this position? You need individual flair, multi-frags. You can't take the trades now, have no numbers to really abuse. You've got to hope for a 3 versus 2 on one of the bomb sites.
Well, odds are you try and just group up. And exactly that, and usually that's the B site that has the 2 defenders, and so it's looking like we may get that set up here. Zen setting himself up for the peak, and Stico going to try and get a little bit of information over here towards the A site. But NIP at this point, you know, they realize they have the 2-man advantage. They have the utility as well. No need to take unnecessary risks. You can see Rez already setting up for the smoke at B. And with 43 seconds left on the clock, as that goes down, it's not going to leave. I mean, FPX can go for it here. Plofsky has no nades. Rez only has the single flash grenade, so they can hit the B site. This is actually going to work out to be the best bomb site for them to hit in a moment's time.
Counter flash. Things are made more difficult. 20 seconds. Do they run to their doom? It looks like they do. Support from CT Spawn as well. Zen with 25 HP. The crossfire almost existing. Actually, Rez is on the site alone. His teammate behind the smoke, and maybe there's a chance. All 3 players make it onto the site alive. Fun plus Phoenix. Suddenly, it's only the 1-man advantage for Ninjas in Pajamas. Device has to come late from Banana. Allow his teammates to run distraction. Offering some utility. Hampus still deep. Farley moving around a little now. Seeking the frag as the numbers start to charge towards the B bomb site. Now it's 3 apiece. Now it's just a Farley. Device has got the information for his team at least, but the AWP has been collected. A swing and a miss, and that will be a 5th round for Ninjas in Pajamas.
Oh, a painful one, a painful clutch there for Farley. He could have definitely got that. Instead, the bomb is going to get planted. And, you know, you don't want to point too much out, but in terms of, you know, Farley's individual performance, 0.92 rating on Inferno in the last 3 months. He has been one of those guys who's been kind of struggling to get his footing on the map recently. And so that's an unfortunate turn of events there for him. Not able to pull that off. That was certainly winnable. And so FPX just going to have to shake that off and hit the ground running here in the 6th round. 5-1, tied up. 7th round, tied up. What am I saying? 5-1, not tied up at all. Quite the contrary.
Fun plus Phoenix. Oh, I was about to say, I've got to find some more success on this banana position. I wasn't expecting that to be it, but respect to Emmy. He always does more than you expect him to. And he keeps the man advantage now. 2 entries from Emmy to give FPX a chance. And look at the cash on NIP, or the lack of. This is the perfect round so far from Fun Plus. Oh, the timing really works out for them. Exactly what they needed. Hampus finds himself alone. Time cue's made, and it's a free kill. Well, that was a brief one. Emmy forcing the action on Banana. And all of a sudden, Ninjas in Pajamas find themselves on eco. It was a good start, but the middle of this half doesn't look as good as the beginning.
Not so much, but that was a must-win. And with only the 1 player surviving the round prior, they're not going to be able to pull it off. And they have a really strong T side on this map in particular. FPX, they do a lot of work. They've got the timings down. And so it's a force buy scenario coming up here for NIP. They just go all in. Device is the only one to save a little bit of money in the bank. Once again, prioritizing that AWP. It's what we saw a lot of on Mirage as well from him. But Rez, can he catch somebody with a nade in hand? He does! Oh man, Zen is going to be livid.
Speaking of nades in hand, that may be the opening that Fun Plus Phoenix were looking for, but the smoke deployed by the dying soldier there actually gives NIP some map control. Allows Hampus some space with which to rotate towards the A-bomb site. Very alone though, he is. 1 versus 4 with the FAMAS on the A-bomb site. NIP won't have an opportunity to concentrate their efforts on one bomb site at this point. FPX moving down long, but are they ultimately headed towards the A-bomb site? Most likely, especially with that lurk smoke from the apartments. Hampus has cleared that one. Does that make NIP expectant towards the B-bomb site? Well, it will be A, tries to reposition, and he's been caught out by FPX. And that will be the round. FPX likely moving to 3. No kit for any dodgy ninja plays here from Ninjas in Pajamas, and Inferno's definitely a hard bomb site to do that.
Yeah,
Hard map
A-side
to do that.
retake. A-side retake is always a nightmare. It's just not happening here. NIP are just going to maneuver themselves. Maybe they can get over here. Did FPX police Zen's gun? Will there be a couple of guns here that perhaps they could pick up? Stiko with a whiff. Oh, and nobody here to trade it. They can actually get through here and pick up this AK. That would be a huge win for Plopsky. UMP for ZTR. And yeah, they're going to realize, yep, Emmy, no need to peek past this. Do not give them another AK. Bit of discipline being shown here by FPX. The 3 players will survive. ZTR survives and takes Zen's AK. So that's as good as it gets for NIP. Those 2 surviving players upgrading to AKs. In a safe situation like that.
Something.
Yeah.
Better than how it was looking. So you never know. It can often be enough. Not always, though. Well, now is this the chance for FPX to get some momentum going in this first half? The more rounds, the merrier. Keep NIP closer to broke than rich. See the Rifles trying to make some plays now, but FPX will expect some kind of shenanigans with the opportunities NIP have afforded themselves with these 2 Rifles. Emmy again delivering, got Farley in tow as well, moving together very quickly. Neutralizes the main threat towards the B bomb site, and that's the rest of it taken care of. And at this point, it is self-preservation time for ZTR, which lasts as short as my sentence.
Oh, 1 second.
Rez will try to retrieve the gun. Zen's got to leave now as the bomb carrier. Maybe that gun can be collected, but not much else can be collected from this round of Ninjas in Pajamas. The Fun plus Phoenix, however, they will be reducing the round difference to just the 1.
But off of this round now, Device will have enough for the AWP. And the rest of the team, obviously, are going to have plenty of money as well. So let's see if Rez can get out of here intact. I mean, kind of moot for Stiko to hunt him. They know he has an AK anyways. And so now they at least know where he's playing from. I don't know if it's, I mean, losing Stiko, fine, fair enough. You can maybe lose, you can afford to lose 1 more guy here if you're FPX. No way, 1 health. There we go. So they get rid of Rez, deny him the ability to hold on to that AK, and now, well, Device can buy the AWP. It's just AWP Kevlar, not a whole lot to go along with that. But we get to see what he's going to be capable of if he decides to get aggressive towards mid, or if it's going to be peak towards banana. But I think he really needs to make a play now with this op. Get some value and a strong start for Nip in this round. If they can just get that man advantage here on IP.
Four from the last 5 for Fun plus Phoenix. Momentum is in their favor. Emmy tries to avoid the artillery in the banana position. Try and keep most of his health. Change the approach from round to round. Third man towards B Rez will head back towards the A bomb site.
Actually a fairly low number. FPX actually really struggle when they're down a man on this map, interestingly enough. So if NIP can actually pick up the opening kill, I mean, it is Inferno after all. It is a nightmare map to retake or to take over. But only a 26% win rate when they're down a man for FPX. So NIP now, we'll see, playing behind the smokes now, just playing a bit passive, waiting for FPX to come around the corner and make the play. Red's gonna see that smoke coming in. Oh, that bait!
Yeah, that's a problem. Device could have something to say about this. The late peaks on short with AWP can always be useful, but Emmy is ready for them, looking real sharp. ZTR caught in no man's land, surrounded by FPX players, and they will find themselves a 5th round on the board most likely. NIP try to escape the B bomb site to hide in a less obvious position, however.
Spotted.
Farley will give them the brutal greeting they were not looking for.
the big op FP, and he gets the second one as well. Interestingly enough, dude, Emmy is actually the top performer for FPX on this map in terms of rating. He's the one getting a lot of it done. He'll get those opening kills, but I mean, he also just straight up delivers. So interesting to see that the in-game leader, the guy calling the shots, the one usually suffering the most from pressure, you'd expect, is actually the one doing the most right now for FPX on Inferno. So interesting for him to be able to step up like that.
Yeah, and
That ties it up 5-5.
At this point, it's maybe a saving grace for Ninjas in Pajamas that they won the pistol and the consecutive rounds. Otherwise, they may be in a worse position than they're in already. They've been deleted by Fun Plus Phoenix in a number of rounds now. Haven't seemed to figure out a way back into the game just yet. Banana was a success for them until it wasn't. I mean, with that 2K, really just changed the pace of the game. And again, it is FPX versus Eco here. No one to contest a long position. We'll see where Maiden chooses to go. Rez may be on the way towards CT spawn, so this could be an interesting one, but not too interesting. Maiden with a possible 2K. Oh, might have overplayed his hand there. As the 180 is made, we can see library spots as well. A pop flash, and that's the bomb, a big opportunity, but they can't quite get it. There is security for that bomb, protect the VIP and all that. Hampus, not going for the AWP, going for the kills, of course, but Amy is here to trade. 3 versus 2. Stico with an angle on device, back ahead and dead. Fun Plus Phoenix now in the lead.
In the lead on the T side, and looking very in control here. This slow lurk out onto A has really worked for them. They've used it a couple times now where they just get up through Arch and start applying the pressure. And right now, NIP are going to have to start making some adjustments to their setup to not allow this to keep happening. Nice shot from Device. The save there, trying to keep his teammate in it. But this is going to be now the big round, and yes, it is going to merit a tactical timeout called by NIP. ZTR may be helping out. It is of note, in case anybody was wondering, right, there was that oddity for a little bit that NIP, right, had the 2 in-game leaders. ZTR was calling on a couple of the maps. Hampus made it clear in an interview before this tournament that he is now the sole in-game leader for NIP. So, and that it wasn't necessarily an underperformance or overperformance issue. It just kind of happened naturally as Device came into the roster that he just ended up calling more and just taking over the role once again. So, Hampus, weight of the world on his shoulders.
Different approach on Banana from Ninjas in Pajamas now. You can see him playing from the site, Hampus and Plopsky. Look at the liberties being taken by Maiden. Oh my god. When you're feeling it, you're just feeling it. You can see him lining up a simple smoke with the corner of the wall there. Flashbang is here. Hampus, will he get traded? No, he delivers the second kill. More grenades stream in though, and help is on the way. See Device trying to find himself an angle, but there are smokes everywhere. Some fishing being done. A strong incendiary will allow Device to move into a superior position.
Oh yeah.
But FPX are not committed to the bomb site anymore.
Let's see if Zico can actually create something here. ZTR holding on the balcony, and Rez towards Arch. Not gonna happen, unfortunately, for Zen. He had the right idea, but Device is just too quick with that peek.
The boogeyman is here.
FPX actually in a bit of a tight spot, but I mean, again, as far as FPX are concerned, they've got 6 rounds on the T side of Inferno. They should be happy. Everything past this is gravy, as far as they're concerned. And so even if NIP were to win this round, I don't think FPX should be getting too flustered. There's the smoke going down, block that out, and standard textbook stuff coming out so far here. Nice shot from Farling, though.
20 seconds, hunting another kill around the smoke. We can see ZTR trying to jump out of the situation. Can't quite get there, though. Knife? There we go. 9 seconds now. AWP is up, and he's got a 1 versus 1. Looking to cross to the site, pulling out the bomb at the wrong moment, but he had to if he had a chance to plant. Had no idea where Hampus was. An expensive round, but after a drought, NIP are on the board once more.
I think that's my favorite HE that I've seen in a long time. The underhanded throw into the smoke, like, here, take this. What are you going to do? That was amazing. Such a shame, though. We're hearing the shouts. They're getting hype. Those analysts watching these games. 6-6 though, and tied up. FPX, you know, brush your shoulders off on that one. You know it's not going to be a fantastic buy here for NIP. Once upon a time, this would have been a golden opportunity for FPX to just utterly ruin NIP's economy. Now, of course, NIP, you know, they got that max loss bonus. If they were to lose this round, it would not be a total disaster. Ah, we're going to set up for the apps pop. Looking like it. Or 3 through Boiler. This is going to be interesting. Let's see how this pans out.
Oh, who is this going to favor? There are a lot of players here. Have a look at all the CTs. My God, it's like they've got wall hacks on. FPX running straight into the meat grinder, but still they have a 2 versus 2 in possession of the bomb, and Farley's gone past Hampus in the smoke. This is crucial, especially, well, where's he going to go? He's got to go towards A surely because of Stiko's position. Stiko tries to rotate towards the B bomb site. He may meet Device and lose the bomb. He goes past the angle as well. 48 seconds. This is a very strange turn of events. Ninjas in pajamas focusing on the A bomb site. Stiko starts to go back towards A. He'll have the high ground advantage. He's basically flanking Hampus, unbeknownst to him. Oh, down goes Farley now. Device with the AK-47. Oh my God, all the movement is super weird. Does he pick up the AWP again? He's running down mid towards the B bomb site, and there's the first kill. He's got a chance to plant the bomb now, Stiko, as Device looks to make his way back. Smoke to close in on the bomb site. Stiko committing to the bomb plant. Device looking to close in. More space being created by Stiko. He's got himself a pop flash as well. Has to avoid eating that one, moving towards the pit. Device has to wait it out. He has a kit. He does not know where Stiko is. He could be in graveyard. He could be where he is now. He could be under the balcony. He could be on the A-bomb site. This is not favorable for Device. Stiko just waiting. He's got the sound cues from Device to pre-fire as well. And there it is, running low on bullets, but he lands all of them that he needs to, and FPX are in the lead once again.
I love watching Stiko play, dude. This guy is so cerebral. Like, he is such a baller. And if you guys want to hear more, I mean, dude, that's the fabulous thing. Launders is creating so much good content, but I'm just going to keep plugging his YouTube because it's awesome. But go and check out Launders. He did a map breakdown with Stiko where we got to listen to Stiko, you know, go through his whole thought process for Nuke, which is the 3rd map, which would be very convenient, obviously, if we got to Nuke, because we'd have heard from the man himself. But the way that Stiko thinks about the game and how he fits in with the team, so cool to listen, so cool to hear.
Oh, body block from his teammate, and the molly goes in the wrong position. This gives ZTR an opportunity. He'll fire a shot just to tell them, I am here. Taking advantage of your mistake. That will cost them. Molotovs towards the short area now. Missing one under the porch, however. And there are smokes top mid, so we'll see how this one works out. Chain flashbangs from FPX, standard stuff. We see an NIP with 4 players around this A bomb site. Only pistols though, no primary weapon. Rudimentary flashbang, but that's a big headshot from Maiden. That opens the proceedings, opens up long, and limits where NIP can stand on the A bomb site. You can see Farley looking for rotation. There is one on the way from Hampus.
Madden has worked his way to CT along with Zen and Emmy. They're going to wrap onto B here. This is the best call.
Oh,
dude.
Don't press Q, please.
Yeah, dude, that tick has got to go away. Like, just don't do that. Yeah, and he died there because he was just swapping weapons.
You don't see it often. People just want reassurance as to if it's a knife or a pistol that's going to come out when they press Q. Some old school players would do it just to, I don't know, make them feel like they're more alert if they're holding an angle or something.
Exactly, it's just like a tick.
Yeah,
you know, the one that drove me crazy was nothing. Nothing would literally take his mouse hand off of his mouse and like rub his thumb on his mouse pad. So you just do it repeatedly over and over and over again. I was just like, how are you not concerned that somebody could walk around the corner while you're holding this angle and you're doing that, man? Such a trip.
Well, this is turning out to be a very nice T side for Fun Plus Phoenix. Once they stabilize, the lion's share of the rounds have gone their way. Moving towards 8 with a potential for 9. Pretty juicy situation from them. This is their pick of Inferno. And indeed, it's so important for Ninjas in Pajamas that they won the pistol. So otherwise, they might have 2 rounds right now, 2 or 3 rounds.
Indeed. By no means is this an easy situation for NIP. This has been FPX just running the show, and now we're in the 15th round. FPX looking very comfortable indeed, and we've got a strong CT side for FPX coming up next as well. And so, NIP, they're going to have to put some serious work into Inferno here. Still one of the go-to maps, one of the big maps to play in a best of 3. So 15th round now. Let's see, can Nip actually manage to get 7 rounds at the end of the first half on the CT side, or is this FPX just going to be finishing the half with a terrific scoreline? And actually a little bit of pressure, a little bit of presence being shown here in Banana, something that, you know, NIP haven't really seen for a couple rounds now. So FPX just letting them know, hey, we remember this part of the map exists. We'll show up over here too. Nice bait from Emmy, getting some of that utility out.
Here comes the numbers game. The bomb, though, hasn't quite been collected by FPX just yet, so this is pretty interesting. Thought Device was good for that one, but it's Emmy again. He has been such a nuisance on this half. The flashbang support is here, but Plopsky can't quite get the kill. Hampus has so much to do now from this position, but Emmy again, almost invincible. As far as Banana and the B bomb site is concerned, so many entries from him. Rez and ZTR now. Not sure what there is, though. It's the last round, isn't it? So they've got to go for it, even though it's 2 versus 5. There's a pop flash, and it begins for Rez. He's got plenty more work to do. They've got smokes and incendiaries to isolate, but FPX will take the fight to them, leaving Rez in a 1 versus 4. Farley will finish off the job. 9 rounds after a slow start from FPX. A great and promising T side from them. We'll see if they can force it to nuke after the break. Emmy moves into the second half with 12 frags and 11 deaths, but it doesn't feel like that. Again, with the job he has, I'm not surprised he has a lot of deaths, but boy, did he can open a number of rounds there for Fun Plus Phoenix. They look pretty sharp with the AK-47s. Again, we have that 6-9 scoreline where we could have a very close game when the buy rounds come through, or a very wide gap between the two squads. But when those buy rounds do come through, we'll see if NIP can do the same with the AK-47 to pop flash, top mid, and Farley sees a lot and eats a lot as well. Far too much on this occasion. More pop flashes, and Maiden will be able to tie the score for the time being at the very least. Oh, Hampus now catches FPX sleeping top mid. 2 kills from Boiler. And Stico will be diving off the board backwards, head first into the concrete, leaving Maiden with more to do. He needs the ace. 3 more players to find as a default plant comes through on double stack. A smoke as well to make things even more difficult for him. Looks through the corner, tags Plopsky somehow.
Can FPX just not make life easy for themselves at all? Is what I'm wondering right now. It's like they just lose every pistol. And NIP don't really lose the conversions either. So FPX, I mean, A lot riding on Madden now to come through with this 1v3 clutch. There are a few bomb sites in CSGO that you would hate to do this more on, yeah. I think backing off and saving the kid is probably the correct call to make at this point. A-side Inferno, man, that's a nightmare. You're down in that situation as well. It's just not going to be pretty.
Yep, solid pop flashes. Ninjas in Pajamas now have won both pistols, and indeed, Semler rattled off the statistics about them winning the consecutive rounds.
If they win, they win.
Records are made to be broken, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, we can, I mean, you can't give up on FPX by any stretch. This is still a very solid map for FPX. They do perform well on it. They are on a 3-map win streak on it. One of the teams they beat, I mean, Hyenas this tournament, but G2 before that. And so they're able to hang, as Nip are finding out. I mean, it is still FPX that won the first half. But again, it's just like they can't make life easy for themselves. They have to lose the pistol and give Nip a few more rounds before they can start to get their game rolling.
Ninjas in Pajamas quietly take a few steps back with that smoke towards top mid. Minute 20 on the clock as they wait out the counter-terrorist utility. 3 players on B and 2 towards A for Fun Plus Phoenix. Deco must pick some good timing to exploit his presence in the apartment. So maybe Farley to do some baiting, but it goes a little too deep there and just gets utterly deleted. No jiggling to be done. But again, Stico's position could be key. ZTR focusing on the boiler, but looks to his left just in time. Outmaneuvered now. Choked off by the smoke grenades are Fun Plus Phoenix. Rez makes his way to the site. I'm sure we'll see the plant pit coming through. Pit's plant, not plant pit. There's the smoke afterwards. And indeed, Fun Plus Phoenix, they lost position. They've got Kevlar, Deagles, and smoke grenades and a defuse kit to use in the next round, so they can have another crack at it. No point wasting the money trying to go for a retake in this round. So Ninjas in Pajamas will start to close the gap early, and we're likely to have a 9-9 situation.
We are likely to see that, exactly. FPX now is just it's gonna be a matter of them getting their heads in the game here in the following round. They're still gonna, like, the thing is, if they can hold on to 3 Deagles and some Kevlar like this, they're still a threat in the next round. I don't think they should take any unnecessary risks. Just save up for the following and stay focused on that. Whereas NIP, man, 5 survive, loads of cash in the bank. Still such an impressive advantage to have, Nip, especially in this online era. Kind of like Big, despite the fact that Big are struggling. I mean, they still have that facility that everybody is able to work out of. I think Searson is the one who wasn't, Searson and Keto, maybe, weren't there right now. But as far as Nip are concerned, you know, everybody's located in Stockholm, so they can all just go to the office every day. I think Device lives like 3 metro stops away. You know, it's like, it's kind of tough to beat.
I assumed you took a flaming chariot to work.
Indeed.
I would.
A flaming chariot down the streets of London.
Absolutely. Or a Pope-mobile. Fine with that as well.
I think the Pope-mobile would be more fitting.
Yeah. I want to do a show match. I want to come out in a Pope-mobile to a show match. That's the dream. I'm a man of panache. Similar.
Much vim and vigor. Oh, the shots. Nicely done here by NIP. Dude, this is textbook stuff here from NIP. Yeah,
such an awkward fight with players in the fountain as well. You really have to look for that angle, but you are also revealing yourself in most cases to... Oh, okay, Device. Revealing yourself to the dark spot and the pillar to the left of where Device was just crouching. And again, not much for Fun Plus Phoenix to do here. Maiden just creeping in no man's land. And then there was Zen. I would have maybe gone for a ninja or something there. But it's no wrong decision necessarily. And Zen will just look at the library. He's waiting for someone to rotate a little too far to offer up a chance to steal a weapon away. I mean, even if he saves his Kevlar, he's saving himself 650 bucks before he goes into the next round, and that's definitely worth saving, worth holding on to. Rez will risk the Galil to try and find him. Zen. See, there is some shift walking to be done. Oh, surely they've heard that tag. Pop! I saw that one happening.
Beautiful.
And he'll get a Galil for his troubles as well as a Kevlar, so he saved himself almost $4,000.
Just throw that Galil away.
No, it's got better armor penetration.
Just throw that Galil away, get your M4.
Problem with people like you, Semler, is that...
What, I buy the Galil part off. I'm just saying, you just saved up. You got 5,400 in the bank, you're going to hold on to a Galil? Get the M4.
Why?
Firepower.
It's got better armor penetration.
Stop it.
It is a bit slower, sure. It is a bit slower. And I will agree with you.
Okay.
You'll go into a duel and you'll lose and you'll blame on a Galil.
Yeah.
I will do the same.
I mean, this is
But on paper, at least,
must-win round.
It's you know, it's not too shabby.
What he's doing now, though, is that he's actually putting himself in a position to get an AWP if they need to. So if this goes south, which it very well might, unbelievable. Hampus, the pressure was immense, and yet he was not able to find that kill. Beautiful HE as well onto Device, and Lopsky, another one! Savage start to the round here.
Yeah, great utility usage, and we can see NIP trying to respond on the other side of the map. So they have some of Banana, and they have some of top mid. There are smokes in both areas, so difficult to have it all. Spray not quite connecting. Indeed, I think the main comfort point with the Galil is that no one ever practices it in deathmatch and so on. It's always the primary rifles, never the Galil. Very rarely the FAMAS. But anyway, there'll be a burst from Ninjas in Pyjamas. They are close to the smoke, which may help them move forward. But have a look at Zen's position. There's just a distinct lack of respect here, isn't there? Stiko still on short.
I thought he threw the bomb over the wall for a second. Never mind.
Small chance that they could still be heading towards A, so Stiko will be in the site now, heading over. But will he even be required at this point? Maiden, they're just lining up for him. Continuation spray bomb being planted now, 4 versus 2. Device holding angle in the smoke, and that was a free kill for them. And now all of a sudden it becomes winnable for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Perhaps FPX have made a mistake. Perhaps they haven't. Zen creeping in from Banana may be the play that they needed to win the entire round. ZTR running low on bullets now. He has no idea where Farley's coming from, but he is in CT. There's a pop flash, but ZTR's ready for it. That bomb is ticked, and Farley does not have a kit. He needs ZTR to give him something fast, and ZTR's not going to do that. And now Farley surely has to just fall away to not lose the AWP as well, but he will. It'll all be lost and go the way of Ninjas in Pyjamas. And you have to wonder if that was a throw from FPX. 4 versus 2, one player walking through the smoke alone.
Yeah, Madden, dude, what are you doing? Why are you pushing that smoke like that? That is an unforced error that is going to haunt FPX. Because, I mean, it can flip on its head in an instant. You've got a player like Device alive. You see it right here. Well, this is ZTR with a magnificent clutch. Not going to take anything away from ZTR. He played that 1v1 impeccably. But Device, you know, takes that kill easy and then picks off a teammate all the way deep CT. I mean, it turns into a 2-on-2 in the blink of an eye. So that's a really unfortunate play there, a really unfortunate turn of events for FPX, and I hope they're not going to tilt off the face of the planet now. Plofsky taking down Madden already, who was trying to make some plays over towards B.
Got to be careful about the risks you take versus a player the caliber of Device.
They will be able to buy in the next round, it's worth mentioning, and Zen will be able to get that AWP. Again, that's why he was saving that money with that Galil. So Farley will have that op in the next round. But obviously, FPX would rather have a round win here and tie this up at 10-10 instead of letting Nip get up to 11 rounds.
Oh my god. Well, he's seen 3 players then. 3 players standing in mid, but there are 4 alive. He sees the bomb in mid as well. It could still go either way. What do you really read from this information if you're Fun plus Phoenix? You've only got Deagles remaining. Maybe combine them all on one site. They're all spread out where they're as thin as they can be in every position.
Well, that's a lurker down. But now they're going to hear that rotation. That's Farley rotating around, and I think that's enough information for Nip to go off of. They're going to get that bomb planted. ZTR still checks everything. Good on him.
See, Farley jumps on Speedway at the exact point where he's the closest to the T's as he can be, and they hear him. They know exactly where he is.
Do the flip knives sell well at all?
It depends. The emeralds do. They're all emeralds are very expensive. This is not quite an emerald, but
yeah, what is that?
Generally speaking, it's a phase. It's a Doppler phase, something or other. I don't know. But they are underrated. They're criminally underrated and not undervalued. You can get some really nice Crimson Web flip knives for like $150 or less than that, with like two spiders on the side of them. there's tons of value in flip knives. Tons of value.
You see, Bardolph doing his Daddy Musk impression right now, because I saw Bardolph's inventory the other day. Nothing but flip knives. So I see what you're doing, Bardolph. I see what you're doing, bud.
Oh, man. I love me a flip knife. I had a Crimson Web one. But I had 13 knives a few months ago, but, you know, I sacrificed.
Well, you donated a couple to our Canadian compatriots.
I sacrificed 12 of them. Yeah, I've had a lot of ins and outs recently, as far as knives are concerned. 4 players will start towards the B bomb site for Fun Plus Phoenix. What do NIP read from this? We've got Smokes top mid from CT Spawn as per usual, and Farley will hold an angle in the apartment. But NIP must have a read as to the situation towards B, because they're charging up in record time, but Farley has something to say about this. 2 players dropped and he retains the high ground as FPX rotate from the B bomb site. So even though they had the right read, they've got the wrong result so far in Ninjas in Pajamas, but we've seen them turn things around before.
This is by no means over. I mean, even in a 3v5, this is a site after all on Inferno. So many angles to check, and there's a golden opportunity here for Device to start off strong. If you go around this corner, if you jiggle peek, I mean, you can see the jiggle peeking happening from Stico. Do they have a flash to set it up, though? Device perfectly capable of hitting these shots, and there it is. 2 quick kills, and there's a third.
2 versus 1 now. Stico alone drills Hampus. He's got to find his kill quickly. He's got to get on the bomb. Running out of bullets down to the Deagle. Device making it as awkward as possible. And it's too late for Stico. He may... Oh, well, he can't even run to the pit to get the AWP. He's got 6 HP and he's dead!
Did I just hear Maui scream no in the background? I think I did.
That could be for a number of reasons, knowing the Maui.
Run, Maui, run.
Ninjas in Pajamas have won every round in this half thus far. 6 from 6. A solid retake from them. Device ready for Emmy making his way through the smoke. Fun Plus Phoenix looks good on the T side, but NIP arguably look even better, not having dropped anything. And now we have the hero AWP from Farley. He tried to be the hero in the previous round, and he'll try to be here again.
6 rounds on the T side here for NIP. In a row, there it is. Farley with that AWP manages to get Rez out of the picture nice and early here. 3 players accelerating for NIP to top banana, though. They do manage to force out that smoke, and there is no reason for them to take any unnecessary risks pushing through here. NIP, this is a fantastic way to throw this round away. This is a fantastic way to throw this round away, gentlemen.
Wow, this is an interesting fashion in which to get your first round in the half. Farley swinging from the coffins area. Somehow hasn't made a connection just yet, but he really is hunting for him. And why not? 3 of them here. Hampus edges forward. They know where he is now. And that's not good for him. Getting tagged just about 75 HP. AWP still lurking, and they will survive. Farley with 3. Nobody's dead for Fun Plus Phoenix. They pick up 3 AK-47s. The problem is that round isn't something they can replicate. They've got to find a way to win more rounds in this half.
Indeed it isn't. They've had the right idea, but now it could not actually go any better. Imagine on an eco round, you win keeping so many players alive and picking up the guns. Now they have a bank to play with. It's one of the quickest turnarounds possible here for FPX, and so NIP now going to be seriously regretting all of the fighting, getting a bit ahead of themselves there, perhaps 12-10, and FPX now in double digits. Man, Farley, bold plays from him with the AWP in mid. Really looking for the fights. He's got 20 kills right now. Top of the scoreboard on the server. So he's clearly feeling it.
That's such a tight angle he's holding, Device. It's just a landable. Oh my god. Oh, that's hard to watch.
Stressful.
Yeah, and they move up, and Maiden could be caught off guard here. He's got a grenade in his hand, but will they read one player towards B? That's outrageous from him, but the trade is here from Plopsky. Smoke is up. There is a gap, and NIP do not know what lies beyond that smoke grenade on the B bomb site. They'll look for some grenades, though. Farley may be spotting ZTR in the boiler position. So they know NIP are still with presence towards A and B. Ninjas in Pajamas have their options open. However, They do not have control of top banana. Stiko seeing this will head towards the B bomb site. You can see on the radar he's going the long way so as not to give the sound cues. If he's running Speedway, then Plopsky would hear him from his position. And he starts to walk now. He has no support flashbangs or anything for his teammate on the site. Looking to swing, eats the flashbang. What does Stiko really do here? Just standing in the smoke. It's a dry swing. They line up for him as well. It's enough distraction for Emmy to find 2. Device now 1 versus 3. Oh, Emmy just goes wide the crouch peak. No fear whatsoever. Stiko died on his sword for his team. That man threw his body in front of the line to stop the runners from making it across the finish line there.
I'm pretty sure every in-game leader would just give their right arm to have a Stiko on their team. It feels like this guy is so quick to make the correct call.
He's like, Mr. President!
All these situations, exactly. That is a sick one. Well played. Madden getting pumped, getting hyped now. And, I mean, that is a must-win round for FPX. Stiko coming up with the goods, and Emmy with the triple. Emmy again, man. Inferno just feels like a very solid map for him. He's clearly comfortable on it.
Such a close edge.
That was a tactical timeout called by NIP, and so let's see. Bit of the pressure on now.
Such a close edge for FunPlus Phoenix to win that round with Stiko running through the smoke to try and slow them down so his teammates can play off of the crosshairs staring at Stiko to their success. Such a close edge. However, look what it's rewarded them with. Ninjas in Pajamas find themselves on eco. Again, I'm sure FPX will be feeling the pressure once the buy rounds come through once again, but that edge has allowed them some breathing room. Allowed them to build some money. That's a nice start. See, Zen's on 6K, as is Farley. So, all things being well, FPX should be in a good position after this round.
No, this is a golden opportunity here for FPX to farm it up, continue to develop the bank, and then tie things up with NIP 12-12. And now FPX have made the correct decision. 4 players here towards A again. Madden is just going to be chilling out solo. Not going to get away. And this is just one after the other. Plopsky is alone. He's got a knife and a dream. And a Prince Dreamed Eagle. And that's it. Flawless hold for FPX. All 5 players survive. So now as far as NIP are concerned, no kills, no bomb plant means that this is not going to be an ideal buy for them. They're going to be a little light on the nades. And the pressure is going to keep on mounting. And this is, well, it's worth mentioning again that this is FPX's map pick. We've played through Mirage, which was competitive, NIP's map pick, and Nuke is the 3rd map, if necessary. And I don't feel like NIP are going to be too happy about going to Nuke either. I think FPX are going to have a good game plan in mind.
Farley won't outstay his welcome. He'll continue the contribution of grenades down banana, mostly avoided by Ninjas in Pajamas. And the AWP will rotate 4 men towards A now. NIP changing the pace again. We've seen some fast plays towards either bomb sites. But they'll keep FunPlus Phoenix guessing as Long has been smoked by Ninjas in Pajamas. It's a peek from Stiko. It was waited for by Ninjas in Pajamas. Farley now has got to pick his timing wisely. Flashbang to post up. ZTR falls back. They fall away just in time. But do they have some utility to take this angle back once more? You can see top mid being smoked. And as the long smoke disappears, that'll be FunPlus Phoenix regaining control of top mid with 4 players alive, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's not something we see too often. 47 seconds as well, so we need more utility thrown in here. Or they're taking advantage of the smoke clearing, just crouching in it, hoping to catch somebody pushed forward aggressively. Not going to be the case here. NIP would have had an edge, but it's going to be Rez and ZCR, just making a little bit of noise here at brackets. But the action is going to go down on B. Madden and Emmy, both heavy hitters here for FPX. If they've been doing a tremendous amount of work, it's now once again their time to shine. Emmy behind the new boxes, no molly to get him out of there, and there's the lineup. Madden through the smoke, picks up 1. Emmy unable to connect, however. Device arrives with 8 HP.
Yeah, that's the bomb on the radar. The rotation coming in a little slowly in case there is a lurker. They didn't see all the players in those engagements, but it is on the way. Rez will be the man to try and deal with it, and that's a pretty dangerous scenario for FunPlus Phoenix. Rez ever dangerous. You can see Farley jump peeking with the AWP. Rez so fast with the AK, ready for Zen as well, dismantling FunPlus Phoenix in this round. Maiden in the sight. There's a huge headshot from him. Now, where is ZTR? He knows where Rez is, but where is ZTR? Trying to bait out the peaks. Rez will be well timed. Oh my God, he's absolutely disgusting with an AK in his hands.
Rez is too good, man. He is really coming into his own here for this team. And IP, and just dry peeking it, no flash, no nothing, no utility used to help get around the corners, to help come into the fight. All of this, and well, maybe put a little bit too much on Emmy there, but that is a tough situation for him to hold, but at least a 1-for-1 trade would have been fantastic. ZTR getting pumped. But that's an unfortunate turn of events now, as that it means that NIP are going to pull ahead once again, 13-12. FPX with the money for a buy.
Yeah, they've built some contingency money in the rounds that they have won, and that will come in handy now as Ninjas in Pajamas are back in the lead. The 4 AK-47s are out, and Hampus will opt for the MAC-10. Shortcomings for the primary weapon, but plenty of utility. Can use him to swing and create space as well. Go for some drive-bys. Traditional, well, I say traditional 3-2 setup at the beginning of the round, but traditional at the beginning of the round is often 3 towards B. So I suppose it depends on your interpretation. High explosives thrown on Banana, but there is no connection. Ninjas in Pajamas with 500 HP. We've got a pair of grenades heading towards long. Some early aggression from Ninjas, and again, you can do this with the MAC-10. Just look to swing and try and force some entries, clear some space. Chasing the AWP now, forcing them even further back, and he'll control the area with the Molotov. But look at Zen. Once more looking to flank towards Banana, but it's going to be a massive fight. The bomb site's been lost. We've got pop flashes and pushes through the smoke again. Ill-advised run through the smoke from Maiden. Players either side of him, and that gives his team a disadvantage, but Farley will even it up once more.
3-on-3 retake this time, and plenty of nades to use as well, and so there's a real chance here. FPX can make this work.
Punishes the throw of the grenade, does Plopsky. That leaves Farley on the site. The point of no return, swing and a miss, and Ninjas in Pajamas move to 14, and that will prove to be a very expensive round for Fun Plus Phoenix.
There's a lot of money in the bank, but yeah, this, I think it's more to do with morale now for FPX. How many beatings can you keep taking like this, especially after having lost so many rounds in a row, 6 in a row for NIP at the beginning of the half. You only managed to chain 3 together before NIP start tearing off again. This is going to be so difficult now for FPX to get their heads in the game. They're certainly going to be feeling like they're getting kind of robbed in these situations. But a great call from NIP to just group up and gather. That's, again, Hampus, we're seeing a lot more of this, where the IGL is off on his own. The rest of his team are kind of deathballing together. And based off the information he gets, he makes the call. Nice off angle here from Firelig, though. Starts off strong with a kill on Hampus.
You can see some aggression in the apartments as well. Ninjas in Pajamas have faltered when there's been shortcomings in the buy from Fun Plus Phoenix on more than one occasion, I feel like, and this might be another one. Already a man down now. We've got Stiko with the Desert Eagle only. And IP looking for something. And they can't really afford to make a mistake here. That's a big spread from Device, really trying to land that magic bullet, and he does. An exchange of smoke grenades, and Emmy on this occasion without the AK can't quite do it. Farley, oh my God, he avoids the trade, but gets there eventually. Does Rez. 2-on-2 Stiko still with the Deagle, but that might be enough.
You've got ZTRs already rotating onto the A site. This is why Rez is peeling back. He knows he's got his teammate in a position to start creating some room here on the A site. However, Zen, he's close enough to hear this.
Yeah, this gives Stiko an opportunity to collect a rifle from all the mess on the B bomb site, and that's the bomb dropped by Zen. ZTR waiting in the apartments, and Zen seems to have a read on this. He'll put a molly on the bomb. Now the buy time for Stiko to rotate and stop ZTR from going towards the B bomb site. It has to be 8. Zen can choose to defend the bomb or just head towards the bomb site, play with his teammate instead, and it will be the latter. ZTR will probably realize this now. He has just a few seconds to get his skates on and find himself an opening here. Flashbang to make it in towards short. Stiko, you can see he's in the smoke. He is ready. Does he go to punish this bomb plant attempt? He will indeed. The bomb's been planted. That's worst case scenario at this point. Ticked off for Ninjas in Pajamas. That's avoided, but what they can't avoid is Fun Plus Phoenix winning the round and closing the gap.
Zen going to make his way over there, see if he can find an AWP to save. Yep, calling it. Good comms coming through here on FPX's side. Definitely want to get over here and see if they can find Fairleg's gun. Yep, he gets it. Nicely done. So the AWP saved for the next round. And on the NIP side, I mean, dude, actually that bomb plant makes a world of difference as far as their economy is concerned. They could go for a buy here if they really wanted to get frisky. Just because it's actually looking like they want to go for the eco, though. They're willing to play for the tie situation to really maximize their economy. Never mind. I spoke too soon. They decide actually it is going to be the force buy coming through here from NIP. So here we go. This is it. NIP believing they can get the job done here, lacking some firepower.
Oh my god, we got some crazy action on Banana, and Zen getting a Molotov kill towards T-Ramp. Emi taking control of Banana, but Rez has other ideas. That leaves Stico alone on the B bomb site. Now, how far will NIP commit to this? Unsure as to the climate behind the smoke grenade, but they will continue. Farley ready to post up now. Zen alone on the A bomb site. Incendiaries are here. Rez will dance around them, looking towards the oranges for a CT, but Stico, we can see, has some flames coming his way. An unwanted wine bottle. Big headshot from Stico. Now he's got the bomb carrier in that headshot position to trade the kill. Farley creeping through the smoke. This hasn't gone FPX's way when they creep through the smoke on a B bomb site, but on this occasion, it might just do. ZTR now catches Farley in no man's land, faking the bomb plant, but Zen is on the way, running down mid. He has no idea how close or far he is. ZTR has time on a clock. He doesn't need to plant the bomb, doesn't even need to stay on the B bomb site. He could have rotated elsewhere. He'll hold position for now. You have to wonder what Zen will do. ZTR with 21 HP. Just wondering if Zen is here. Surely he peeks. Oh, the timing.
Who's going to... Oh, no way.
Oh my God.
He saw him.
Drops the smoke as well. Oh my God, this is absolute madness. He's giving himself a one-way. This is so confusing. Oh, man. His back was turned. I don't understand if his teammates maybe saw him and he didn't, which is why he pulls the smoke up. I don't know why he would pull a smoke up. Oh, God. Oh, that's
There's
an
a lot of question marks there, Varnov. There's a lot of question marks. That's a 1v1. And that is, well, you know, as far as FPX are concerned, finally they got one to go their way. And again, back-to-back force buys from NIP. These rounds have been so close. NIP are just saying, okay, we're going to get up on a 15. We're going to guarantee overtime at least.
Even if he planted the bomb, this situation is instantly improved to some degree. But such is life. A catalogue of confusion.
Just all over the place, man. Chaos. When the pressure's on and the adrenaline's pumping, and sometimes that's just the way it goes.
Yep.
What a round. And well, ZTR was a good attempt, but FPX come through. So 14-14, tied up, going the distance.
Numbers advantage for Ninjas in Pajamas on a push could really benefit them here because it's not a perfect buy for either side, but Zen has the transfer and the trades will continue. FPX really fighting to try and control the real estate here. Another push through the smoke, but ZTR just pulls the gun out at the wrong time. If he kept the pistol, he probably has the kill there. Absolute madness. And Maiden goes in alone once more and still gets the kill. These smoke pushes are completely ridiculous. And FPX will find game point. This time there's a bomb plant for Ninjas in Pajamas. My God, if you're a fan of either of these squads, this is heart-racing stuff.
Dude, the timing as well is absolutely ridiculous. I actually wish we had a cam or a replay of one of the Nib guys when that push comes through that smoke and he's going for the swap to the gun. I mean, again, get CSGO'd. It's just the way it works sometimes, you know? The worst possible time for something to happen is when it's most likely going to happen. This is Murphy's game, after all.
2K from Zen, oh so important. And you could see FPX knew they had to hold on to that bomb site. If they lose all position, then they may just lose. With the bomb plant, Ninjas in Pajamas will be able to eke out some rifles in the likes of Hampus and ZTR. They will have the luxury of the AK-47s, and Plopsky will have to make do with the Galil. 3 rounds in a row for Fun Plus Phoenix, 2 of which had diffusers in, so Ninjas in Pajamas are getting a certain depth into the rounds, but they haven't closed out the recent ones. Fun Plus Phoenix now with a chance to take things towards Nuke, and they are better equipped, at least in terms of weaponry. That one was awful, kind of awful for them, but better than NIP in the previous round. But again, Zen was the man in the right place with the right tool. The M4 for the 2K.
These are the risks you run, though, as NIP with these constant force buys, right? You just find yourself in weird buy rounds where you just don't quite have everything you need. So we're going into the 30th round, and they have 2 guys on deagles just so they can afford to get some grenades in the mix. Nicely done by Rez, though.
What? Okay, that was Rez. All right, everything's
Dude.
fine. As long as it's not the jumping AK, I'm okay with that. FPX may not be, though, as they find themselves in a 5 versus 3 situation, which could even get worse for them. Oh, Zen, how does he escape this? This is insane. There's a man advantage for Ninjas in Pajamas, but how long might that last? Rez and ZTR with a combined 52 HP. Things could really swing in either way very, very strongly at the drop of a hat. Top mid abandoned now by FPX as they put a second man towards the B bomb site. You can see Zen playing from Graveyard on the A bomb site, so... Oh my god, really? He takes up both the low health players and Farley starts to fall back. There's a crossfire now, and Maiden's going to push through. Of course he is. Farley dropped finally. Plopsky, oh, they're still alive. They're both still alive, and they've got to go for it. Ninjas in Pajamas with a Molotov in the hole. Plopsky able to fall back and deploy another one. Maiden must be very, very careful. Maiden and Zen so low. Oh, this pot flash play could be absolutely beautiful, but it goes slightly too far. Plopsky gets a kill regardless, leaving Zen in a 1 versus 2. He has a kit, but 22 HP. And there it is. It looks like we are not done with Inferno just yet.
We are going to overtime. Nip showing resilience in the end, despite things going against them initially as they try to take the site. They managed to get the kills, and NIP, we're going to get to see them in action in overtime once again here. 15-15, and FPX are going to be livid. Also, worth mentioning, we've been updated with the rules, and we are back into it with 10,000 starting money in overtime. Worth mentioning. So this is actually going to be a tremendous amount of pressure on FPX, because you go for that, you spend your money on a 10,000 situation. If you're going for AWPs, all of a sudden the value of those AWPs goes through the roof, because if you start losing rounds, you're not going to get a whole lot to work with. Your money can go by very quickly. So a lot running on FPX to get the kills here and to actually just get it. So we're getting a quick pause as the players are allowed to go to the restroom. It's an option. And so I'm assuming a quick piss break, actually.
To be specific, Femla would like you to know that people are probably urinating into toilets.
Indeed they are. Hopefully into urinals, but otherwise, you know, toilets if that's all they got. Bottles, too. Definitely a thing.
Wow. Bottles, urinals, or... Well then.
Madden, it looks very frustrated, but hopefully you can get over that.
Man, the things FPX had to do, the risks they had to take to stay in the fight, all those smoke pushes, my God, only to end up in overtime.
Dude, again, 28 kills from Farling. He is having a terrific performance so far this series. You got to give it to him.
Yeah, there's Farley and Maiden both threatening the 30 bomb. Maiden's more undercover than Farley's. Definitely saw some impact from him again. Even that round with the AWP alone on the A bomb site, 2 kills from the apartments as the remainder of the squad were towards B. But here we go again. Indeed, it's $10,000 per person.
What? Dude, 10K and they go for double op. These mad lads.
I like to call this, with this particular set of overtime rules, this is what I call an all-in play. Because if they don't win this, by the time the 3rd round comes, a lot of the time they are completely effed. But let's see how it goes.
This is like some OG CSGO here, Bardolph, right? You know, 10,000, double op. You're right. It's so important now that FPX win this round. But they're counting on the element of surprise.
Oh, he's got the off angle. You know he's there now. Hard for him to post up and avoid that flashbang. And what is Maiden's plan here? There's a flashbang and up he comes, Maiden. But Rez is here to drop the players, forced forward by the flames. But Rez has an AK, which means FPX are in trouble. 4 versus 3. Zen's rotated now to this B bomb site, but Rez is here again. He is an absolute monster. He's got 3 kills and he's looking for 4. And Zen may offer it to him, but really Zen, I think maybe needs to try and fall back behind the smoke again. 2 AWPs being purchased. He needs to slip away. And that deep Molotov might actually help him, but no, it won't, because Rez is ready and you know he's going for that ace as well.
Dude, he's too good. His individual level right now, Rez, I mean, so far in the past several weeks, that we've actually got to see these guys play. I mean, they didn't play officials for a month, but it felt like before then he was starting to come into his own, getting more comfortable. And now since Device has joined, I mean, Rez seems to be just firing on all cylinders here for the Ninjas. Do they find Stico? There we go. Quick scope. Nicely done.
Yeah, he's on the run now.
He needs to
Michael
hightail it out of here. On the T side, they can certainly afford to lose these guns. CT side, not so much, but it's looking like Stico, he will live to fight another day. So at least they hold on to one of those AWPs, FPX, and that is critical going forward. Losing the first round of the economy, you're going to see just how quickly their money evaporates now with the second round bye.
Rez is
He's a monster.
He's nuts. He's absolutely nuts. FPX have a second crack at the whip here. 1 AWP now, of course. Very key that they were able to hold on to that. 4 players will start towards Banana for Fun plus Phoenix. Now, what can NIP read from the utility? It's not too unlike the usual stuff.
Yeah, hard dodge back, get out of there, dodge the follow-up HEs that would get thrown in by FPX. Ooh, Flopsky's still going to get chunked. And the rest of FPX now rotating back over towards that A site. So we will have 3 on A, 2 on B here for FPX. Nice multi-nades and the incendiary. You got to get the follow-up here, Madden.
Oh, he pulls out the grenade because he's got Emmy to help him. Ninjas in Pajamas move into the trap. Even with the 2 players having already left the B bomb site, there might be a chance for ZTR. Then again, there might be a chance for Emmy. This is exactly the round that FPX needed. Ninjas in Pajamas unable to really get anything done. They become victims on Banana as the score is tied once again.
Holy smokes, okay. Talk about a dominant round, let's go. Emmy is just all smiles at that point. Everything worked perfectly as far as that team is concerned. 4 players over towards B early. They tried this in regulation, didn't quite pan out. This time around, it works wonderfully. Just the nade damage, it was too much for NIP to handle. So this is it, 16-16. Looking for the team to pull ahead here. And we're back to more standard stuff here from FPX. Rez and Device both getting posted up here in Banana very quickly.
Oh, what?
He misses that shot.
You gotta hit those. You really gotta hit those. Oh my god, that's a very cheeky fallback from Maiden as well. Fun plus Phoenix playing with fire here and there. Lucky to be alive. They have lost Banana, however. Ninjas in Pajamas look to be lining up a faster play into the B bomb site, but a potential 5 versus 2. I can see Farley rotating. He'll have 2 flashes in the hole. Maiden avoids the flashbangs, but he can't avoid Plopsky. You can see Farley offering some grenades. A nice flick with the AWP. Got a chance at a second one. Emmy will help him out. NIP now stuck behind another smoke grenade as Emmy's behind the coffins. A labored exchange happens. Needs to fall off though. Up goes Emmy. He's such a problem on his B bomb site. And Device will finally put him out of his misery. 2 versus 2 as the incendiary goes towards the default plant spot, but that's not where the bomb's being planted. Zen caught off by Device, who posts up. Just as he looks away, Stico starts to fire. 1 versus 2, 13 HP for Device, and Stico will try to create some space to allow himself to push closer to the site, waiting for a peek again. Device is very low. He can make it into that headshot position. Here he is, crouching on the way as well. Device creeping, Stico looks to his right, killed from the left. Ninjas in Pajamas, 1 round to the good as the teams will swap sides.
Device just letting it go a little bit there. Flopsky even getting up. Just got to give everybody a fist bump. Okay, then. Whole team dialed in here for NIP. 2 rounds away.
I think it's nice that Plopsky gets up and just bro fists everybody. Kind of it's a little release of pressure, but allows the team to keep focus at the same time.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. And these guys have certainly got to feel like they're on the up and up, NIP. I mean, bringing Device into the fold sucks for Knock, but I mean, it's going to be tough to pass up on a top 3 player in the world if the opportunity is presented to you. So, NIP in the mix, full support from the team, management, everything. I mean, they are shaping up to be the best team in Sweden.
There it is, HE's down towards T-Ram. High pressure game. Fun plus Phoenix fighting for survival, fighting for a 3rd map. Let's not forget how lethal Emmy was on Banana. It's Maiden who's going to be the point man on this occasion. Plopsky's ready for it. Pop flash. Oh my god, this could be absolutely devastating. Indeed it will be. utterly ruins Fun Plus Phoenix on Banana. Farley somehow finds something, an opening kill. That'll send a second player towards the B bomb site in Device. Plopsky still behind the smoke. Device starting to creep now. So FPX have a 2v2 situation on the B bomb site. They don't quite know that themselves, but we certainly do. Device quietly making his way towards Banana. Flashes to slow down this push from Fun Plus Phoenix. 47 seconds on the clock. Device holding an off angle. We'll see if he serves himself up. Plopsky is gone. There is the crouch peak, and suddenly the numbers are tied. ZTR and Rez rotating towards B.
Heavily in favor of FPX now, this situation. Looking like it's going to be a tie situation here, barring a miracle for Rez and ZTR. There's so much utility for FPX as well to buy the time. Fairly's got the angle. ZTR setting up with the molly over the top. Okay, into the back corner. That is impeccable stuff.
Not expecting ZTR to be coming from the same position. Can he clutch this out? Sneaking behind the pillar. I can't believe it. Absolutely deletes him before he can even respond. So much effort into that round from Fun Plus Phoenix. That has got to be really disheartening. 2 versus 4. Made a 2 versus 1. But Ninjas in Pajamas really are firing on all cylinders.
They've got it all going here. Plopsky, this perfectly timed flash as well. Just that's as good as it gets. You want to see that every time. And even with the opening kills allowing to get onto the bomb site, that is ZTR playing it perfectly with Rez, the team help there. Brilliant work from the Ninjas, and FPX now backs to the wall. 2 match points for NIP. Madden just eating that HE right off the bat. Tries to trade it. Actually does a lot of damage to Hampus, so fair enough. Can they find anything out of this, though, FPX? It's not done yet. The pressure is on. But they had a very successful regulation T side. So they should be perfectly capable of bringing it back here.
You can see Rez making his way towards CT. His flashbang and molly could be crucial if there is to be a push here from Fun Plus Phoenix. His teammates are in the back of the site, can throw a flash on the roof so they can fight at the same time. Or a molly for the cross. Here comes the flash just as he's moving away. Molly for the pull. That's a great headshot in a headshot position. Hampus looking for more now. That's a big miss. Ninjas in Pajamas will create some space for themselves. Big headshot from Plopsky. There's a support utility coming in from CT as well, as mentioned. Smokes, and it makes it just made even worse for FPX as they move forward and force their way into the bomb site. We can see a reposition from Rest. The sentry, the turret on wheels moving forward. Farley deleted, looking for Zen, but the trades will continue. 2 versus 2 as ZTR makes his way through CT spawn. Device coming up Banana at the same time. There's a kit for ZTR. Same cannot be said for Device. Stico eats the flashbangs, doesn't avoid it in time, but no damage done. Very close crosshair now. ZTR deleted. Device in the 1 versus 2. One of 2 NIP chances at match point. It looks like he'll slip away and try and hold on to his weapon. Unable to do that as well. Caught in no man's land. Fun Plus Phoenix 1 round away from a second overtime.
And somebody get, you know, this is where you wish they were all boot camping together, because, I mean, somebody's got to give Zen a hug after that one. Quad kill. Guy just walks into the bomb site like the Terminator and just starts laying waste. He gets all of the opening kills and succeeds in holding on to the retake as well. Zen, the hero for FPX in that round. What a play from him. Often overlooked, but quietly doing the work.
Yeah, we see a timeout called by Fun Plus Phoenix. Some discussion as to the way forward. A very stressful game of Counter-Strike. Rez on 27 frags now, but Farley's on 32. Needs more, however, to keep FPX in this game.
That was what was shocking. Farley missing that shot on Rez in the retake. That definitely surprised me that he was that was even possible.
There's so much riding on these frags for both squads.
A lot of pressure on Madden as well. But he has certainly turned up. There are no weak links now on either of these teams. They are all performing. And so now it's going to be NIP who are the ones who are going to be lagging behind here economically. You can see Device has that AWP, but that means that Hampus has to take the hit. Oh, clever position here, though, from Device. This could work out wonderfully. The patience as well, and he gets the kill.
That one's going to be hard to respond to. Ninjas in Pajamas do not outstay their welcome on Banana. He will fall away. Device left in position as Plopsky makes his way towards the A-bomb site. Hampus only with a Desert Eagle here. Maybe things looking somewhat more even now. And indeed, FunPlus Phoenix 2 making roads towards the A-bomb site. But there'll be 4 rather than 3 players here for the Ninjas. Counter utility deployed. Pretty important for Hampus as well, especially just with the Deagle. But there might be a boost here to look over, and it could be fruitful. No, it won't be. Just be the bait setup. Plopsky repositioning. That was very expensive, down to 40 HP as FPX move in the short area now. We've got 1 in the pit, 2 on the site, and Plopsky repositioning also. Smokes up to isolate the fights as Maiden starts to move forward. Rez spots more, but he will fall as he tries to deal with the pit players. Bombs on the floor, and that's a wrap. Stereo frags from Plopsky actually, left and right. Ninjas in pajamas, 19-17, overtime win over FunPlus Phoenix, and that means a 2-0 for the Ninjas.
A 2-0 for the Ninjas. Threat making an appearance. The coach for the Ninjas in Pajamas doing oh so much work for him. A real, actual Swedish CS mind battle between him and Devilwalk on the other side. Unfortunately, Devilwalk can't walk in to be there with the rest of his team. They are playing from home right now, FPX. But man, FPX, what would they have done to just had a pistol round here or there, just to give them a few more rounds to work with in regulation? Always, always fighting from behind, it felt like, on both maps, FPX, and always fighting back, like showing the grit, not giving up, always keeping it close.
Yeah.
But again, they would start halves weak and end them strong. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough today.
Yeah, a really good effort from FPX. Very entertaining series, but indeed, losing all those pistols proving to be a problem for FunPlus Phoenix, and definitely an advantage for the Ninjas in Pajamas. And you can see how stressful that was from the losers and from the winners. You can see Stico still focused on the match there, but NIP, that is a release of energy that they have taken that one over the line. 2-0 as well will be